Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this Loom knitting baby hat. This is great for a newborn baby, and I used the 24 peg loom, and I learned how to do this just recently. I had some old looms and I just never used them, so I wanted to share how to do it if anybody's interested in learning how to loom. This is a great beginner project. What you'll need is the 24 peg loom. Also, you'll need the hook that comes with the loom and a yarn needle and your yarn. Okay, so let's get started. To get started, you're going to slip knot onto that peg that is sticking out, and you can double strand your yarn, but I decided not to. And to get started, I'm going to go from the back and around and do that for each peg until you get to the beginning of your slip knot. And it doesn't matter which way you go, if you want to go counterclockwise or clockwise, it's whatever you prefer. I'm going counterclockwise, and I'll just take it from each peg from back and around all the way until I reach where I started with the slip knot. Okay, you're back at the beginning and you're going to continue around the back and around one more time. So you're going to do that the same exact way you did when you first started, right until you get to the beginning slip knot again. Okay, starting with that last peg, I'm holding the strand as tight as I can and looping over the bottom loop over the top loop on each one, going clockwise this time. It doesn't matter which way you go, but because that last one can be loose, it's best to go this way. And so each one I have to take the bottom loop and kind of do like a knit over on that top loop, and just do that until you get back where you started from the beginning. Okay, I'm going to start over and do a wrap around the back to the front, back to the front again until I get all the way back until I reach the slip knot of the beginning stitch, and just do that all the way around. Now this is the round two. You're going to take the bottom loop and loop it over the top until you get to the beginning. Now you're at the beginning and you are going to do 8 rounds total. So 8 rounds are done, and this is the brim, and you're going to place each hole over the peg to finish off the brim, and just try to make it match up with that beginning strand, and make sure it's just one loop around each peg until you get to the slip knot peg again. Okay, to finish off the brim, you're going to go around and take your bottom loop over your front loop until you get to the beginning slip knot peg again. Now that your brim is finished, you're going to do the rest of the hat, and you're going to go from back and around the same exact way, and you're going to do this for about, you can do this for 13 rows, and the brim was 8 rows, so 8, and this one is 13. And if you like it a little bit longer, you can make it maybe 14, but I wouldn't go too long for a baby newborn hat because then it will be too big. And just keep going around until you reach the beginning slip knot peg again. Okay, you're going to take the bottom loop over the front loop for your rows. Okay, this is the second row of the body of the hat. You're going to do the same thing around the back, around the front, and just repeat that all the way around for a total of 13 rows. Okay, so now you have the 13 rows and it looks like this. We have the brim, and you can do a color change once you get to the body of the hat. If you wanted to, you could just add a new color. You're going to take your yarn needle, which should be about 18 inches long from your tail, and you're going to pull up through each peg. So you need to make sure that you're pulling up through each peg and pulling it off, and then go through each peg, pull it through, and then pull the last strand of the peg off, because now you're fastening off for the last round after you get your 13 rows. Okay, once you've taken it off your loom, then you're going to take the last strand of yarn and pull it tight, and then you're going to take your yarn needle and sew the top, and then do a little tight knot to finish off, and then you can stick your yarn needle inside, and where it's hidden inside the hat, you can sew it a little bit to secure your ends and fasten off. And so this is what it looks like. It's a really cute hat when it's finished, and this is great for beginners if you ever want to try to learn how to loom. And you just pull it through a few times with your yarn needle, and then you can secure your other strands that you may have, and then your hat is complete. And like I said, you can do a color change. You just add a new color, and you can let go of your other color if you'd like. And you can do double strands of yarn to make it thicker if you wanted to do that as well. So this is what it looks like. It turned out really cute, and it looks like a little knit hat. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.